the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. Fields it just outside the goal line. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the Houston Cougars offense is going to get the chance to start this game off. Of course, the home of the Cotton Bowl in modern times has become AT&T Stadium, a massive yet somehow intimate setting. This, of course, is where the first championship game of the playoff era was played.
Well, who could forget that? When Ohio State took care of Oregon to win the national championship for Urban Meyer. And this game, like you said, I think it just seems to get bigger and bigger in this setting. The pressure these players feel. Let's see who can handle that the best today.
It's an important first down on that running play. Handoff to the back. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
He pulls it in for a big gain. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play from this offense through the air. Houston getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. After second effort, he's brought down, but he's past the marker.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
Ball handed off. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Man, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
And now the handoff. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Running back grabs it on a screen. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. The Buckeyes offense out there for their first possession. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looks to the left, and it's complete. And the ball to the ground. Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway.
Well, that's why you do ball security drills almost every single day in practice. You just can't put the ball on the turf like that. Well, give credit to the defender for the hit, because that's what caused the fumble.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That pass is caught. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside.
Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
What a play here by this defensive line. You can get so caught up in the flashy offense of Ohio State in recent years, but let's not forget they still play defense in the shoe and have such great history and tradition with that defensive line play.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. There's the handoff. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. So now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit. Right down the middle. And they add to their lead.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last possession, they coughed it up, but it only cost them a field goal. Back behind the quarterback, aligned in the pistol. Play action here on 1st down. Looking to scramble to his left. He's going to pull it down and run.
This is great. This is what the great ones do. Uses his legs to buy a little bit more time rolling to his left, and at one point, he flipped a switch from passer to runner. Got a pretty good gain out of it, too.
Play action fake, looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around.
And he's going to float this one to the right side. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Touchdown, Buckeyes. No chance to catch him.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
And they're able to tackle on the extra point. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Houston's offense heads back out on the field now. Had to reluctantly Field goal last time out. Really want to find the end zone here. A handoff from the shotgun. He moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. It's a quick grab. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play. If they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there. They were able to knock it loose.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long, and he'll loft it to the end zone. And the deep shot falls incomplete, but there's a penalty marker on the field. Defense will have to regroup now after that 15-yard penalty. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And they'll use the ground game here. Tackle made after just a short gain. So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. The pass rush closing in. Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. And the game is now tied. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
The returner is brought down. Gets a start on the next drive. Houston's offense heads back out on the field now. A fumble the last possession only led to a field goal. Can they shake off that mistake and get it going here? He picks up 9, so just short of the 1st down. 2nd and 1. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
They'll try to run for the 1st down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Houston getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback drops back. Finds an open target on the left side. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
He's going to take off here. Breaking free at the 35. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the first down.
And this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Takes the handoff again. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. So at the end of one, we are dead even as these teams continue their pursuit of a national championship. Let's take a quick look at the game summary so far. Big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a first and goal.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
Kick is good, and the kicker got clobbered. Flags all over the field. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Last possession produced a field goal. No doubt they're thinking touchdown this time. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Will come out throwing here to start the drive. Makes a quick catch. And a nice first down gain there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
And that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
And the coverage team able to bring him down. So the Cougars offense heads back out onto the field now. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. And now the first play of the drive. They'll begin at the 38. First down, looking to throw the football. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. And he steps out, but that's the takeaway this defense was looking for.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there. Important second down play coming up.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Send the back in motion. Out of the gun now on third down. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And no chance for a return as the punt sails out of bounds. Houston's offense heads back onto the field now. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Handoff to the single back. Finding space at the 20. And the game will pick up the first down.
Was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? They'll run it to the left. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Receiver makes the catch, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Boy, Chris, you cannot overstate how big of a conversion this was to be able to pick this up on the ground. Yeah, the offense still has the lead, but you can just feel the defense having all the momentum with the points they've been able to compile. And that run right there picks up a first down and can kind of settle things down a bit.
Makes the catch downfield. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
He's looking deep here. He's got it inside the 10. So the offense declines the penalty after the big play. The offense set up with 1st and goal now after the penalty. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Throw to the running back in the flat. Tackled after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line.
That's a good job by this defense of understanding where they are on the field. They obviously don't want to allow this offense to get into the end zone. They routed the football on that pass and able to keep him short of the goal line.
That's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Hey, the defense is doing everything that they can to try to keep these guys out of the end zone. Now we've got a big third down coming up.
Gain moves the ball to the 1. 3rd down and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Wow, great stop here by this defense to bring us to 4th down and decision time for the head coach. I go the easy route with a field goal, or this close to the goal line, you take a chance to try to get that touchdown. And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. He lets it go on the move. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. And an explosive play. Stop finally made across midfield at the 44. Hey guys up front, line up. It's first down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Second down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Pass is caught. And he's tackled immediately, so not much of a gain on the play. Third down play for this offense. Looking to chuck it again. Running out of time in the pocket. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now. Buckeyes will bring their punt team onto the field. And that's a great punt. Goes out of bounds down near the goal line. They'll spot it there. Houston's offense heads back out of the field now. The last possession, they were able to milk some clock and add 3 points to the scoreboard. All right, so it's 1st and 10 back inside the 5-yard line. We're going to see how much this play caller trusts his quarterback. How aggressive will he be from this spot? He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught quickly. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. Looks like Houston will have the first down.
How about that, Chris? 3rd down and 2. They get just enough. I thought they might bring the sticks out to measure. It was so close. But they're going to give them the first down. That's just trusting your back to get the yards you need for the first down.
Here's the throw deep downfield. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kurt.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead, or play it safe. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. The timeout is called and talks strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. After a first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 23. And he drops back in the gun. Looking for his big tight end. He's got a man down the middle. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy.
Well, you wonder if the receiver adjusted his route to get closer to that first down line. Whatever he did, it works. Move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
Incomplete, very lucky to avoid an interception there.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable.
He cannot escape the defense with a sack. The Buckeyes hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. That one sails incomplete. He threw it too far.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Still going. It's a foot race. Yes, all the way to the house. Touchdown. I'm trying to win a playoff game here. What a boost to get a touchdown off a punt return here.
Yeah, you're right. You're talking about trying to advance to the national championship. It comes down to plays like this that give you a chance to possibly get there. Huge return, great blocking up front to eventually take that one all the way back for a touchdown.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So it's 1st down, but they'll just kneel down before halftime here. Looks like the offense is content to run out the clock here and just take it to intermission. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, we wondered all week what this matchup would look like. So much at stake in this win-or-go-home game, and we've been treated to a fabulous first 2 quarters of playoff football. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. Chris, let's send things back to you and Kirk for what should be a memorable second half as we eagerly anticipate we'll be moving on to the next round of this college football playoff.
1st down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Catch made on the left side. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the 1st down in the process.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Over the middle and incomplete. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Catch hauled in here over the middle. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes a reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really
escapes the pocket but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
And the punt will go out of bounds, taking the returner out of play. So the Cougars offense heads back out onto the field now. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Second down after that previous play. The quarterback making some changes at the line. They look to throw it here on second down. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
And it'll be Smothered right at the line for no gain.
Chris, an interesting call here. I know they have the lead, but I thought they might throw the football. They surprised me, but you know who they didn't surprise? That defense. They were not shocked at all by the run call on third down and long. They stuffed that right at the line of scrimmage.
And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Then they finally get things going this time. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. It's a shotgun run call. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
On the third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Looks left and finds his target there. Tackle made at the 41. That's first down yardage.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? An inside give now from the shotgun. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. Now it's second down here. They'll keep it on the ground with the draw play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
How about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And the defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
Houston's offense heads back onto the field now. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Bringing pressure. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Pressure comes, and once again, no escape.
Well, another sack. You know, as the offensive coordinator, you're ahead in this game. Maybe you should change the game plan to help your quarterback a bit. This pass rush has gotten home way too many times, and you should focus more on preserving the lead.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. He hands it off from the gun, fighting off the defender. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. Second down play coming up.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. That's going to be incomplete. A first down drop here in the middle of the field. So after the incompletion, it's second down. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Receiver makes the grab. Drop for a loss after the catch on third down. Sets up a fourth down now. So they're short on fourth down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. Field goal try, no good. And still a 24-point margin after the miss.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
Houston's offense heads back out on the field now. They're looking to build on the lead. They had to punt the football in their last possession. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up. The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. And the single back takes the handoff. Refusing to be brought down before gaining first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And on the carry, he's heading left. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a second down and 7.
With the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Challenging spot for the offense. It's third down and long from the 45. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Breaks loose at the 40. Explosive play, and the offense will set up now inside the 30-yard line.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
And looking to throw now on first down. Going to try to use his legs here. has the first, still on the move. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a first down and goal.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
And he's tackled out at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. Well, Kirk Houston has the lead here. With 3 quarters in the books, with a chance to stay alive with a playoff at stake, let's take a quick look at the stats so far. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up with a 2nd and goal. Here the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's swarmed by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. They'll look to throw it on 3rd and goal. Caught in the flat by the running back. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
And the defense did everything that's expected to do. Yeah, they caught the ball, but it didn't go anywhere. That's the exact best possible scenario that this defense could hope for other than a turnover.
The coach is not feeling the field goal attempt. They're going for it on 4th and goal here. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Now, he did not make the first down yardage. It's a big stop for this defense as they try to cut into this lead. Empty set now, 5 wide. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Catch made on the left side. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, these guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield, and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
Makes a quick grab, and he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Chris, it's not always the big, tall receiver that gives these defenses headaches on slant routes. Sometimes it can be that undersized guy from the slot. It's very tough to get your hands on.
That completion makes it 2nd and short. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The Buckeyes will line up on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. Buckeyes keep the football on the move. First down, looking to throw the ball. Snags a quick throw.
A 4th quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a first down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. And he's got his man open downfield. They finally tackle him down at the 1 after that catch and run.
Hey, this offense isn't giving up. Yeah, we're in the fourth quarter. You're down big. But who knows? Make a big play. Try to get in the end zone. Maybe get an onside kick.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Defense expecting run all the way. They stop him short of the goal line.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
It's a quarterback keeper. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
They need a touchdown here. Down big in the fourth quarter. 3rd and goal. He's moving out of the pocket now. Cannot escape. They've got him. It'll be a short loss, a yard or two.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
And the quarterback dropping back, looking to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
So the Cougars offense heads back out onto the field now. Last time out there, they got stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything. Let's see what the mindset is here. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. Really solid 1st down gain. He's marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. And here's the handoff. Run it up the middle, but game.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
They'll try to pick up the 3rd down yardage on the ground. And the defense bows up and stuffs him right at the line.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
And the punt team now on to kick it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And the returner is brought down. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He'll try a pass here. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of the sticks.
I really like what this defensive coordinator's doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
Looking for the wideout. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline.
Man, and with that completion right there, his quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. Fires it to the wideout. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
I really feel that this quarterback is rattled. At this point, he's already been sacked a number of times. I think it's affecting his timing with his receivers.
It's a quick grab.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This guy has a knack for the end zone, doesn't he? That's 2 touchdowns for this guy today, and I don't know if he's done yet.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. It's a 2-score game, so hope is still alive here in the late going. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. Houston's offense heads back out on the field now. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the running back takes the handoff. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
You can almost sense the coaches challenged this offensive line before they went out in the field how important this drive is with the lead late in the football game. They are hitting people and pushing people around up front and being able to get positive yards on 1st and 10.
And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. Offense getting set, 2nd down play here. They'll hand it off. And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Big 3rd down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. Offense looking to throw the ball. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They've got him, but that completion good enough for 1st down yardage. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Houston getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. 1st down sack pushes the ball back. 2nd down coming up. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Lets it go quickly. But this one is broken up. Ball's incomplete.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run. Coach is going to take the 3 points. Here comes the field goal unit. And the importance of this attempt, if he makes it, it's now a 3-score game. This try is no good. And the lead remains at 16 off that miss.
Man, I thought he hit that pretty clean. Good hold by the holder. Everything looked to be the way you'd like as a kicker. He just misses it, and the ball trailed on him and ends up hitting the upright.
First play of the drive, they come out throwing. The ball is caught. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. They'll have to hurry now. 2nd down with the clock ticking. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. QB to the tight end for a completion. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now. The Buckeyes will come to the line to run the hurry-up. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. The offense was moving well, but 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Catch made on the out route. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a 1st and goal. The Buckeyes line it up with 1st and goal. And he'll set up to throw. Looking for 6. And it's picked off in the end zone. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground here. They get him down, and that's how this game will end. Pocket 0-0. That's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship.